Hi, I'm Reverend Tim Lytle, Senior Minister here at Unity in Marin, and we're having an amazing event that's coming up. It's a Juneteenth celebration and readers theater. It is going to bring about history, but making history alive. And it's a history of how we as a people have progressed from segregation, from isolating people who are different from us, from isolating people who are of a different color or nationality, and moving towards a place of oneness, moving towards a place of working together, knowing truly that this is a world that can work for everybody if we will but allow it. And I want to personally invite you to come and be with us here at Unity in Marin as we have this special celebration of Juneteenth. We will have the granddaughter of Earl Warren, the Supreme Court Justice, who wrote the decision of Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas, which I'm from Kansas, and I got to see growing up how these things were coming about. We would love for you to come. Please be with us. It would be a joy to have you here. God bless you.
Hey, hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Dr. Cindy Acker is the producer and director of the play, and I would love for you to share your story about what inspired you or how you decided to do this and all the tidbits, the hot tidbits, what's going on.
Sure. Well, I started working on a simple play. I wanted to do something for Black History Month, looking for something that had to do with Brown versus the Board of Education, and I thought it would be interesting to do a play about that. I was intrigued about a lot of different things. One, the many people who stepped forward and were courageous regarding this entire desegregation issue, not only the plaintiffs and what they went through, but also the attorneys, the NAACP attorneys themselves, and they're stepping forward and stepping out in the midst of a situation in which not everybody even felt that they should have the positions that they did, let alone represent a group of people. And the hot issue of segregation as it was hitting right then, to have had an attorney step forward trying to fight it, not once, not twice, but many times. I just became so intrigued at that level of courage. And I think right now in our world, we're missing some of the role models at the top to really show us what it means to be just and fair, to honor people for who they are, how they are, in the packages that they come in, and that we need more role models. And we had them. We had them there. We had Supreme Court Justice Earl Warren. We had Thurgood Marshall. We had the members of the NAACP. We had the people who were supporting them, the expert witnesses who testified and who wanted to bring forth information because they felt it was important to end this injustice. And we had the plaintiffs who stepped forward and risked the fact that the court would say no, and that they had to go back to their lives after that, knowing that they were fighting for something that was going to be for a greater good later, because there were many denials before the court case actually ended up where it was. And so I became more and more fascinated by that. And then when I met Deborah Warren, and she said, I heard that you were working on a play, and I wondered if by chance you were wondering about why the unanimous decision was something of importance, and whether or not you might be interested in the memoirs. I really want to do this some justice, and yes, of course, I want to read the memoirs. And then I couldn't stop reading the information. And the thing that was so incredible to me was that it tied in so closely with the dissertation that I wrote for my doctorate about how our ideologies shape us, and our ideologies as decision makers shape the decisions we make. And continually throughout his memoirs, he kept saying, this is who I am. How would someone think that I would view this matter any differently? This is how I grew up. This is the person that I came to be. And that that's such a role model for being an honorable person of integrity. And that I really wanted to come out in the play. And then it became really important that we could just unpack it a little better.
Well, this is very exciting because actually it's almost like new news. You know, I'm sure the way that you've orchestrated and put these stories together, it's like revealing something that really hasn't been fully realized or fully expressed.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. We're hoping that everybody will come out and join us on June 23rd at 1 p.m. at Unity in Marin and come and see this phenomenal experience.
Yes, I'm hoping that people can do that. I think that it is going to open eyes and change minds, and I think that that's the piece that we want to have happen. We have an incredible cast. Deborah Warren will be one of the actors in the play, as well as her husband, who will play Judge Warren. And we have
Whoa, that's
yes.
really cool. I just got goosebumps on that one. Her
yes.
husband's going to play Chief Justice Warren.
Yes.
Very, very awesome.
And we have two of the co-leads in the play Ragtime, the musical Ragtime, Throckmorton. And so it's just a wonderful, wonderful cast, and a couple of actors who've won awards for acting. So I'm really thrilled with that.
Yeah. Plus, we're going to have a prelude of the opening music with Ricardo Moncrief and his jazz band. And then we're going to have the four women at the end that will be sharing some of their insights to the expression that comes forth from slavery and whatnot. So it's going to be very powerful, I think.
Yes, and a special Q&A at the end that I think will be something quite special for the actors to be able to respond back.
Yeah, well, I'm very excited and so happy to be working with you on this. I can't wait, and we just want to get the word out. So please tell all your friends and share what we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
About it is that each of us is called to give back. And I can remember back in the days when I was on the city council in Santa Fe, New Mexico, I would say to people, I don't care what you do. Go plant petunias, pull weeds, care for children, do whatever you need to do. But the communities that we live in need to be constantly fed in terms of our social action. So the opportunity to do this Juneteenth celebration is just amazingly wonderful for me to get to do it and to get to be part of the Brown versus Board of Education Readers Theater, the talk we're doing, the choir is singing. We are all weaving this into a magnificent event. And I so strongly encourage everyone to participate because we are in the process of renewing our social action genetic makeup. Unity in Marin is coming out, and this is part of how we're doing it.